Tav X Hebrews, purity and becoming one. Tav X Hebrews. That means purity and becoming one. That's what we need, family. That's what's gonna get us saved. By becoming pure, purifying ourselves, and becoming one with our brothers and sisters. Heavy Talk says, it's nap time, but I'm gonna have to come back and see where you're getting at with the Nephilim. All praises, brother. And this not gonna be a long one right here either. Always a pleasure to see you in here, Heavy Talk. Go ahead and get your nap on, brother, but definitely make sure you come back later and just hear me out, brother. That's all I ask. Purity and becoming one, Hebrews. Felt like I wanted to talk to y'all about this. Heavy Talk says, much love, they on our side. Much love to you, brother. Just gonna give it about 2 or 3 minutes to see if anybody else comes up in here right now. If not, it'll be me and you, Heavy Talk. Or maybe you'll catch this after you wake up from your nap. I'm gonna let y'all know right now, family. I already know this is a controversial topic. Just like many things, people believe different things. We have our commonalities around here. What is something that we can stake our claim to around here? Our commonalities? We know that it's the Most High and the Most High only. Nobody else, no other deity, no other nothing. The Most High, and it's the Most High only. I'm gonna get started at the 6-minute mark, family. About another 2 minutes. All praises to the mighty one of Jacob. All praises to the God of Israel. Family, whether you watching this on the live or whether you watching this on the playback, if you want this video to be shown to other people, hit that like button. Also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and tap that subscribe button right now. Hit the bell for subscriptions so that you get all notifications. Are you ready to face the Nephilim, giants? Are you ready to face the Nephilim, giants? Now, when you read the Old Testament, there are endless, and I do mean endless, accounts of giants being present. When you do regular, secular, historical studies and check for information, you see that there are records of what you would call giants. King David up in here says Tav X just pulled up at the gym. Okay, King David, I see you. You about to go get it in, brother? Getting ready? I see you, King David. Always a pleasure to have you here, brother. Family, when you do your check and you review your history, whether that's biblically, geographically, archaeology, you will see evidence of giants. And look, that's just on the surface level, family. There are plenty of bones and ruins of the giants, but you're never going to see them, okay? Because institutions like the Smithsonian, they seize these bones and then they hide them, just like they hide everything. But I want to ask anybody out there who's going to watch this video, are you ready to face the Nephilim giants? Okay? Now this could lead you, I'm not going to say could lead you, this will more than likely lead you down a rabbit hole once you really get to unraveling this. As I said, this is a very controversial topic. I'm not telling you what to believe. What I'm merely doing is sharing information, okay? Now, whether you guys want to believe that, it's not up to me, okay? And I don't even want you to believe. I want you to know and to understand. Everything has been hidden from us, Hebrews. Everything, okay? But enough of me babbling on. But I want to call this to your mind. King David says, always going to listen to music, but this be worth more to listen to than music. My attention span is high on topics dealing with the Most High only and his creation and knowledge. Hey, all praises to the mighty one of Jacob for that, King David. I know what you mean too, bruh. Because if it was normally for any other kind of thing, myself as well, I really wouldn't have that much of a heavy attention span. But when it comes to things about the Most High only, my attention span goes up tremendously. And I see the Most High got you on that too. He got a lot of brothers and sisters on that. And you know what? I definitely know this video right here, I don't even want to call this a lesson because this is not a lesson. I just want to make everybody think about something for a minute. And this is not for everybody, especially this video right here. This is definitely not for anybody. This is only going to be, not to make it sound like we no kind of special exclusive group, but this is only going to be for a chosen few. Even if it's thousands of us, still a chosen few compared to how many people that there are on the earth. Family, you got to understand, we are the Israelites. Our ancestors encountered giants numerous times, family. Numerous times. It only seems strange to us because in this days and time, up until recent memory, you haven't heard too much talk about Nephilim, giants, or so forth. A lot of people would have you believe that this is something of the past. I'm here to tell you, absolutely not, Hebrew. Absolutely not. What you got to do, you got to remember this. All of your information and your knowledge, for the most part, has been hidden from you. You also have to remember, our forefathers had plenty of battles with giants. Our forefathers, King David, his mighty men, and the brethren, they killed multiple giants. Moses, Joshua. We come from a long line of giant and Nephilim killers, y'all. I don't think y'all understand this, Hebrew. I don't think many of us understand this. We in the last days, family. All kind of things that you couldn't possibly imagine have taken place in these last couple of years. The last 5 to 7 years, family, so many things have taken place. Lots of things have taken place in the spiritual realm, the invisible world. Hey, family, and I kid you not, family. I kid you not. I literally remember this. This probably was like around maybe between 2017 and 2018. I couldn't tell you what. I couldn't tell you why. But in that time right there, a feeling just came over me. Such a feeling came over me. And look, I was going to say I don't know where it came from, but I do know where it came from. The Most High. But at this time, my mind really didn't go down that road to think about where it came from and why. I just remember 2017, 2018, a feeling came over me that something major had transpired in the spiritual realm. And that's all I know, okay? And it wasn't like I was thinking about stuff like that or nothing. I just got randomly hit with feelings in my spirit. I became aware, just randomly out of nowhere, y'all. I kid you not. I'm not making this up, y'all. I randomly became aware that something major had taken place in the spiritual realm. Even to this day, I don't know what it was. I can't tell you what it was, but I do know that something took place because I became aware of it. And like I said, it was suddenly out of nowhere. I want to say I was at work that day working. And then all of a sudden, just out of left field, I just get heavy feelings and heavy confirmations in my spirit that something in the invisible world major had just taken place. And I still couldn't tell you what it was. But I know I felt it, okay? Family, remember who you are. That's why billions and billions and probably trillions of dollars have been spent to cover up the fact that you're a Hebrew Israelite. Because the Hebrew Israelites are the descendants of giant slayers, Nephilim slayers. You guys, you really think that this is a game out here? Evil spirits, Nephilim, giants. Did you hear the story? It was on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve out in Miami. All of the melee, all of the hubbub and the scuffle that went on at Miami Mall. And it's conflicting stories coming out of there. One story is there were a group of teenagers at the mall fighting with sticks. So that prompted hundreds of police officers to then come up there and then even started shooting. It was gunfire, family. And the other story is some people claim that they saw 8 to 10 foot beings. Some people, one guy said that he saw something that resembled a shadow figure. This guy said a shadow but solid at the same time, whatever that means. Okay, I'm not saying that he did see it. I'm not saying that he didn't, but there are multiple witnesses up there, and people running out of this mall, multiple gunshots being shot, and even the police said the teenagers were allegedly fighting with sticks. So the teenagers didn't have any guns. So what's all the gunfire? What was that about? That was the police or civilians in, I believe, engaging whatever these people say that they saw. Some people are claiming that they saw 8 to 10 foot beings. Some people saying that they saw aliens. Some people saying that they saw. One guy describes like a shadow figure, but solid at the same time, whatever that means. I'm not saying that was true. I'm not saying it's false. What I'm asking you is, are you prepared to face the Nephilim? Okay? Because I don't know whether you guys know it or not. Look, would I like it if you guys believe me? Of course I would. Do I expect most people to believe what I'm saying right now? Of course not. Because for the most part, mainstream is not in agreement with this particular point right here. Let's do a little reading, family. Not gonna keep you long. Let's do a little reading so we can get some proof and some legitimacy to what I'm claiming here. Because look, your ancestors had to deal with the Nephilim. Your ancestors had to face the giants. Now, I want to ask you a question. Before the Most High allows us to go into the kingdom and we get taken into their wilderness, okay? Because I do believe, I know everybody doesn't believe this, but I do believe that we're physically going back into the wilderness. And just like back in the days when we was out there in the wilderness, before we could go and get in the land, we had to take down some giants, family, okay? King David, it's a reason that King David was such a mighty man. King David wasn't just slaying regular people. He slayed a lot of giants, a lot of Nephilim. Y'all, they trying to hide this from us, y'all. This is serious. King David says, facts on them evil spirits. They lie and say it's just mind thing when everyone who had sleep paralysis worldwide seeing them same evil spirits, the Most High allowed to attack. So this stuff is real, 100. All praises, King David. You are correct, brother. Hey, look, anybody that's in here right now, if you are a Hebrew Israelite, as soon as I said that, the numbers went down. If you are in here and you are a Hebrew Israelite and you like truth, not my words, if you like the words of the Most High, you should be hitting this like button and hit the bell for notifications. If you're not already subscribed, you need to do it now. And ask yourself, are you prepared to face the Nephilim, the giants? Are you prepared, family? And it's not just talk, and it's not just a hoax. There is an invisible world out there, whether you want to recognize that or not. There are things going on this planet Earth. You really think that you know something, Hebrew? Hebrew, none of us know anything. Y'all, did y'all hear about like a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, 1,000-foot deep sinkhole opened? I want to say it was either in Japan or China. I'm not making this up, family. Y'all can go check this out after this live stream. It was like 1,000-foot sinkhole that opened up in like China or Japan. And at the end of that 1,000-foot sinkhole, they found a rainforest, family. A forest. Family, y'all didn't hear what I just said. You did not hear what I just said, family. 1,000-foot sinkhole. It was either in China or Japan, like a year and a half ago. 1,000-foot sinkhole. And when they went to the bottom, because you know these people, soon as they see a sinkhole open up like that, they gotta go look in there and see what's in there. They went 1,000 feet down, and into that sinkhole 1,000 feet down, they found a rainforest. I'm not making this up, family. You go and Google that and research that on your own. Family, many of us don't realize what kind of world that we live in, what kind of planet that we live on. And yes, the Nephilim are still here. Giants are still here. Evil spirits are here, as well as good, righteous spirits are here. That's part of the invisible world. The Most High has created all kinds of things in the physical world and in the invisible world. And see, one thing that a lot of people won't be able to understand is levels to knowledge of the Most High. The Most High does not reveal the same amount of knowledge to every single Hebrew. He may reveal knowledge in one sector to a Hebrew over here, knowledge in another sector to a Hebrew over there, knowledge in another sector to a Hebrew over there. Check this out, family. The book of Genesis, chapter 6, verse 3. Listen to it. We're going to start at verse 3, and then we're going to go to verse 4. Listen, Hebrew. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he is also flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years. Verse 4. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that. Also after that. Hold up, you know what? Matter of fact, we're going to go up a verse above that, Hebrew. We're going to start at verse 2. And look, I want you to listen to this, Hebrew. King David says, of them people who seen it before them. Hold up, I'm sorry. King David says, that's crazy with the whole forest. Yup. That reminds me of them people they killed for seeing water underwater with animals. But I was so dense you couldn't get in. They were scared info will come out, and of them people who seen it before them. Facts. Facts, King David. I'm going to read that one more time. That's crazy with the whole forest. That reminds me of them people they killed for seeing water underwater with animals, but it was so dense you couldn't get in. They was scared into, I'm sorry, they was scared info will come out, and of them people who seen it before them. Facts. These people try to hide everything. But look at this, family. I want you to listen to the verbiage. Listen to these words. Genesis chapter 6, verse 2. Listen, Hebrew. That the sons... Hold on, you know what? I'm sorry. We're going to start at verse 1. How about that? So when we get to verse 4, all of this makes perfectly good sense. You get all the context. Listen, Hebrew. Genesis chapter 6, verse 1. And it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them. So you know this is talking about in the beginning. Ancient civilization. Because it says, and it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them. Verse 2, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and that they took them wives of all which they chose. Now listen to this, Hebrews, because a lot of Hebrews will say, oh, the sons of God, that's Israelites, that's men. Not right here, it's not. Sometimes the sons of God means the angels. And I know you Hebrews know that out there. And this is one of those times. Because look, verse 1 says, and it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them. Born unto who? Men. And verse 2 says that the sons of God saw the daughters of men. Why didn't it say that the sons of men saw the daughters of men? Why does he use the wording that the sons of God saw the daughters of men? There is a distinction there, family. I know you guys might not like that out there. This may go against everything that you've believed your whole life. I'm just reading what's written here. This is a distinction. This is not talking about regular men. It says that the sons of God, not the sons of men, the sons of God, saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. Verse 3, and the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with men, for that he is also flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years. Family, do y'all see that right there? He said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he is also flesh. You know what also mean? Also means and something else. And I never noticed that until I'm literally, as I'm reading this to y'all right now, family, also means along with. Family, I know somebody out there just caught that. A light just went off in somebody's head out there. Look, and the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh. Family, I know you never seen that before. Yet his days shall be 120 years. Verse 4. After all this is going on in these first 3 verses, then there were giants in the earth in those days. In what days? In the days when the Son of God saw the daughters of men. In those days. Y'all see that, Hebrew? There were giants in the earth in those days. And also after that. What? And also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men. There it is again, these sons of God came into the daughters of men, and they bare children to them. The same became mighty men which were of old, of renown. Family, this is not talking about human beings, family. I know it goes against everything you've been taught, everything you've been believing. Family, we've all been deceived. King David says, I'm posted after the lie. It was like a ocean in the ocean with a barrier almost like the firmament above. They can't crack through with big animals. Probably where Godzilla posted ready for the okay. Facts, King David. Facts. See, family, y'all do not understand what's going on out here. A lot of you guys, I'm sure you guys heard of Godzilla before, okay? Now, there's no such thing as Godzilla, but there is such a thing called Leviathan, and Leviathan is the real Godzilla. Is a fire-breathing beast in the ocean, just like they showed you in the movies. Hollywood knows our book better than most of our people, family, and that's sad. But Godzilla is in the depths of the ocean, just waiting for the Most High to give the green light. And see, you know what? Right now, what I'm reading to you about the Nephilim and the giants and how the sons of God, who are not human beings, okay, came in unto the daughters of men, and you know that's talking about sex. Whenever it uses the verbiage, come in unto a woman in the Bible, it's telling you somebody's having sex. Okay? Look, I know this goes against everything you probably ever believed, Hebrew, but I'm telling you the truth. Just like a lot of Hebrews out there, y'all really can't understand and believe that Godzilla is real. You probably think that I'm crazy for telling you that. You probably think that King David is crazy for putting it in the chat. But King David understands something that a lot of people don't. You guys do not understand the kind of planet that we live on because so many things have been hidden. But I guarantee you this, on that day that Leviathan is revealed, the real life Godzilla, in that day, it won't be so hard for you to believe what I'm reading to you now about these giants. Because once you realize that you live on the type of planet where a real life Godzilla creature is waiting on standby, once you realize that you live in that kind of planet, then you won't have no problem believing what I'm reading to you right now. But many of you, you think I'm crazy. I'm sure you think King David is crazy. You say, oh man, ain't no such thing as no Godzilla. Ain't no such thing as Leviathan. That's spiritual, brother. It's not a real beast down there. You're gonna find out the hard way. Okay? And just like right now, I'm reading you once again, it talks about the sons of God. Look, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown. These are the giants, family. These are the mythical, so-called mythical legends that you hear like Paul Bunyan, Jack and the Beanstalk. Where do you think they get this stuff from? But I know y'all gonna say I'm making it up. But see, here's the thing though. There are other books that talks about this, but you know what? The majority of Hebrew Israelites cannot handle other books because you have not passed Hebrew 101. So until you Hebrews pass Hebrew 101, more than likely you are going to always take other books and you are going to twist it into idolatry and you're going to turn it into something else. And you're not going to know when these other books are lying and you're not going to know when they're telling the truth. Only and only once you pass Hebrew 101. Realize the basics, that there's only the Most High and Him only. There is no human sacrifice. There is no only begotten Son of God who's dying for you. You're going to die for your own sin. You are to keep the Most High's commandments and to worship Him and Him only. I don't care what book you're reading. Anything that goes against that, you scratch it out. But here's the thing. Some of these other books that you Hebrews haven't heard of, that you haven't read, or some you have heard of but you haven't read, you don't know these things because many of our people don't even know God's laws. So that's what I encourage you to do. Matter of fact, you will learn so much about these giants and Nephilim if you read God's laws. The Most High laid it all out for us, y'all. Giants are talked about over and over in the Old Testament. Check this out, family. We are going to go to the book of Job. I'm going to show y'all that the sons of God is not talking about men. The sons of God is talking about angels. The book of Job, chapter 38. We're going to start at verse 6. Whereupon are the foundations thereof fastened? Or who laid the cornerstone thereof? Verse 7. When the morning stars sang together, and all the sons of God shouted for joy. Okay? This is the Most High questioning Job. He's sitting Job down and saying, hey, look, I'm going to ask you some questions and I want to answer from you. And he starts reeling off these questions. Look, we're going to start at verse 1. Job chapter 38, verse 1. Then the Lord answered Job out of the whirlwind. Okay? And that can mean either it was a chariot hovering over Job, or it was a literal whirlwind like a tornado or something. Sometimes a whirlwind means a tornado, sometimes it means a chariot. Then the Lord answered Job out of the whirlwind and said, who is this that darkeneth counsel by words without knowledge? Verse 3, gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me. Verse 4, where was thou when I laid the foundations of the earth? Declare if thou understanding. Declare if thou hast understanding. Verse 5, who have laid the measures thereof, if thou knowest? Or who have stretched the line upon it? Verse 6, whereupon are the foundations thereof fastened? Or who laid the cornerstone thereof? So you can see he's talking about creation, talking about the beginning. Verse 7, when the morning stars sang together and all the sons of God shouted for joy. Or who shut up the sea with doors when it brake forth as if it had issued out of the womb? As you can see, the Most High is discussing creation. Man has not even been created yet. These things the Most High just spoke about in Job 38, these things were created before man. These sons of God were created before man. Do y'all see that, Hebrew? I hope y'all see that. But now, we're going to go to the book of Numbers, Hebrew. These are the last scripts I'm going to read on this, Hebrew. Now, y'all think about this. And understand this. Genesis chapter 6 told you there were giants in the earth in those days and after that. The giants are still here, family. Okay? And you notice you've been seeing lots of strange things going on, whether it's Nephilim, whether it's giants, so-called aliens. The Most High is, quote unquote, releasing the Kraken, if you will. Okay? And of course, it's just a figure of speech. Of course, I don't believe in no Kraken, but I do believe in Leviathan. I know that Leviathan is there waiting for the Most High to sick him on people. The book of Numbers, chapter 13. But this should settle it right here, Hebrew. What I'm about to read to you right now, this should settle it, okay? Because remember, there were giants in the earth in those days and after that. We live in after that right now. Before the flood and after the flood. Go with me to Numbers, chapter 13. We're going to go to Numbers chapter 13. We're going to go to verse 28. Listen good, Hebrew. Listen good. Nevertheless, the people be strong that dwell in the land, and the cities are walled and very great. And moreover, we saw the children of Anak there. Anak is the Anakim. Anakim are the descendants of the Nephilim. And when you look up the word Nephilim, family, of course, a lot of people are going to try to combat this. This is just what it is. When you look up the word Nephilim in the Hebrew, because it's a Hebrew word, many times it's translated into giants. Okay? Not making this up. You better do your research. You better be prepared to face the Nephilim. We in the end times. Your ancestors dealt with the Nephilim. Moses dealt with them. King David dealt with them. Killed plenty of them. King David and his family and the mighty men killed Goliath and all of Goliath's brothers. Did you know Goliath had 5 brothers? Family, they tried to hide everything from us, family. That's why it's time to go back through the Old Testament with a fine-tooth comb. Look, I'm going to read it again. Book of Numbers, chapter 13, verse 28. Nevertheless, the people be strong that dwell in the land, and the cities are walled and very great. Not just great, but very great. And moreover, we saw the children of Anak. That's what? The children of the Nephilim. Because Anak is descendants from the Nephilim. Do y'all homework. Verse 29. The Amalekites dwell in the land of the south, and the Hittites and the Jebusites and the Amorites dwell in the mountains, and the Canaanites dwell by the sea and by the coast of Jordan. Family, listen. Verse 30. Listen, Hebrew. And Caleb stilled the people before Moses and said, let us go up at once and possess it. Caleb wasn't scared of the giants, y'all. Let us go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome it. Caleb was a warrior. He was ready to kill those giants. Look, verse 31. But the men that went up with him said, we be not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we. Verse 32. And they brought up an evil report of the land which they had searched unto the children of Israel, saying, the land through which we have gone to search it is a land that eateth up all the inhabitants thereof. You know what that means? They're overcome by the land. And all the people. What? And all the people. What? Not some of the people? And all the people that we saw in it are men of great stature. Did you hear that? It said all the men in the town were of great stature. Not a few, not some, not a lot. It said all. Can you imagine a whole entire town where every person there is of great stature? These are giants, family. Now look, watch. Here's the proof right here. Verse 33. And there we saw the giants. Here it is again. It says, the sons of Anak. Letting you know this is the same sons of Anak that is talking about a few verses up. Then it says, which come of the giants. Do you hear that? The Old Testament is family. It's telling you right here that the sons of Anak are the giants and they come from the giants. Look, and we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and so we were in their sight. Family, did you hear what this just said? The Israelites says that compared to the sons of Anak, when they went to spy out the land, that the sons of Anak made the Israelite look small as grasshoppers. Family, that's way taller than 10 feet tall, like they try to tell you Goliath was. A man who's 10 feet tall is not going to make you look like a grasshopper. Family, do you know how tall a giant has to be to make you look like a grasshopper? That's Numbers 13 and 33. So anybody tried to say, oh yeah, giant 10 feet tall. Yeah, he was 10 feet tall. There were giants out there large enough to make a regular man look like a grasshopper. You can step on a grasshopper with the greatest of ease. That's how big these giants were. And family, giants are still out there. And see, you might not want to deal with the reality that the sons of God are angels, just like we just proved in Job 38. Just like another scripture that says there was a day when the sons of God presented themselves before the Most High and Satan came among them. Those were angels, family. I know some of you out there don't like that, but look, this is what it is. And Genesis, right off the bat, Genesis tells you the sons of God. They saw the daughters of men. It didn't say the sons of men saw the daughters of men. It said the sons of God. Because that's who it's talking about. And it told you that they gave birth to giants. And then I just read to you, also in that same Genesis, giants were in the earth in those days and after. We are in after, family. There's no way around it. Y'all better get ready. King David says, some of these mountains, not even mountains, they are dead giants. Yes, King David. even tree stumps that's 1,000 years old. So that's proof it was big things on this earth. Probably fruit big as a human also. Yes, King David. You know what, King David? That's funny that you said that because I was thinking about that too. I was thinking about that too. And I was just watching something about that the other day. It's true. It's true. Everything that you just said, King David, is all facts. Lifestyle of a child of God says getting ready. Hey, lifestyle of a child of God, that's a very wise decision. I encourage anybody on here, whether you're in this live or whether you watch on the playback, I encourage you to subscribe. Hit this like button and you better get ready. Are you ready to face the Nephilim giants? Your ancestor did plenty of times. Are you ready though? Melissa Leslie says, this is so crazy. Last night, it says, look like it says, Yah gave me a dream. He put a song in front of me. Don't you worry about a thing. Little Stevie Wonder, I've been singing all day. Hey, that's crazy. Hey, that's crazy, Melissa Leslie. That is crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. But family, don't let nobody tell you that a giant is just a man who's 9 or 10 feet tall like the Christians try to tell you. And even some Hebrew Israelites try to tell you that. No, I just read to you in Numbers 13 and 33 that some of those giants were so big that they made the Israelites look like grasshoppers. And you know that that's way, way, way taller than some 10 feet. They've been playing with us, y'all. But are you ready, though? Okay? Because you got to face the fact that how did those giants come about? I know a lot of y'all, you're not going to like that. And some of you might not agree, but guess what? It's okay. You know why it's okay? Because we agree on the main thing that counts. What's the main thing that counts? Worship the Most High and Him only. Keep His commandments and His only. There is no other Savior other than the Most High only. That's what we do agree on. Everything else, it'll be sorted out by the Most High when He shows up on the scene. But from gathering intelligence and reading, I'm thoroughly convinced that the sons of God in Genesis chapter 6 are angels. Okay? Yes. They saw the daughters of men and they wanted to have sex, and they came down and they did that. And that was an abomination. That was an abomination. They told you they brought forth mighty men, men of renown. Regular men don't bring forth children like that, family. King David says, that's another reason why I be giving the Torah only faithful man and woman child so supercharged energy, because he know ain't no damn way we winning at this low form. Yup. Got blown by guns now, so he have to boost us for this day versus the man enemies with their weapons. Yeah, you right, King David. You absolutely right. And you know what? Now I see more and more why King David had to be so vicious with his sword and getting busy back then, because those giants needed to be killed. And the Israelites are the ones to do it. Ain't nothing changed, family. Family, y'all see all these so-called sightings, UFOs, so-called Nephilim. And trust me, all you got to do is just do a little research. Do you know how many giants, I'm talking about serious giants, that they found in the 1600s, 1800s? Did you know that North America used to be crawling with giants at one time? Mexico, crawling with giants at one time. It's so much proof out there, family, and y'all know that these demons, these devils, they hide it. The Smithsonian hides a lot of information, family. But you know what? The days of people being able to hide things are soon coming to an end. They are already coming to an end. Now, about what happened at Miami Mall, some people say they saw aliens. Some people said they saw shadow figures. One guy says he saw what appeared to be a shadow figure, but shadowy, but solid at the same time. Hey, the Most High has all kind of creations, and we have not seen but a few. Believe it or not, family, you don't know all of the invisible things that the Most High created. You don't know all the things that the Most High have on standby just so that He can terrorize the wicked. But since we in that time now, we in the end times, the 400 years are up. The Most High is beginning to chastise all nations and display His indignation upon them. At this point, anything is possible, Hebrew. And you better understand, the Nephilim are still on the earth. There are giants still on the earth. At some point, family, something is going to happen. There's going to be an event that is so big, that is so eye-catching, that nobody will be able to deny it. They won't be able to sweep it under a rug. It's going to be something that takes place broad day, middle of the day, and everybody's going to see something. I don't know what that something is, but it will be something to confirm to you that you do not know what kind of planet that you live on. There's all kind of creations out here, all kind of beings out here. I just told you, family, about a year and a half ago, 1,000-foot hole sinkhole opened up in either Japan or China, and at the bottom of that 1,000-foot sinkhole inside the earth, they found a damn rainforest. Now you explain that to me, Hebrew. I can explain it easy. You don't know what kind of planet you live on. Family, I just want you to think, okay? You need to start preparing yourselves. And how can you prepare yourselves? Turn back to the Most High and Him alone. Keep His commandments and His commandments alone. Because I guarantee you, the average Joe out there, if he were to see some kind of shadow figure, some kind of Nephilim, look, some kind of giant, I guarantee you, if you walked out your house tomorrow and you seen a giant, you probably would crap your pants. Okay? The only way you're not going to crap your pants is if you like Joshua and Caleb. Caleb wasn't afraid of the giants at all. Caleb said, let's go up there and take this place from these giants. Because Caleb knew that it was the Most High and it was the Most High only. Right now, Hebrew, this is your chance. This is your chance to turn back to the Most High right now before He rips you to smithereens. Okay? I just want you guys to think about what I said and consider it. Hit the like button. Hit the bell for notifications. Tav X Hebrews. I'm out. King David says, messing with live stream, shaking my head. Don't they always? Melissa Leslie says, there's a NASA here in Ohio, and there's talk that they brought a giant here from Iraq. You see, I'm not surprised at all, Melissa Leslie, because over the years, there have been countless stories from U.S. soldiers and other soldiers from other countries who are over in Iraq for various reasons, and they all have stories of these giants that are over in Iraq. Yes, the giants ain't never went nowhere. There are still giants on the earth, family. There's still giants on the earth, family. And there's all kind of stuff on this earth that you wouldn't believe it. You just wouldn't believe it. Just like a lot of you don't believe that Godzilla is real. But once the Most High gives them the go-ahead, it's going to be sad for somebody out there. Only the Most High knows when he going to release Leviathan to do what he do. And then maybe you'll understand just a little of exactly what kind of planet that you live on, where there are giants out there that can make you look like a grasshopper. And don't think that they're still not out there that big just because you ain't seen them. You ain't seen the giants over in Iraq. And I'm telling you, I know a lot of y'all not gonna believe this. Guess what? In the book of Enoch, and yes, I can read the book of Enoch. You know why? Because I know that it's the Most High and it's the Most High only. Hebrew, once you pass Hebrew 101, which the majority of people have not, but once you pass Hebrew 101, you can read whatever book you want to. And you'll know when they're lying and when they're not. It's real easy if you know the Most High's laws and you keep his laws. You'll know that any book, I don't care what book it is, if it bucks against the laws of the Most High, it's garbage. It's been infiltrated. And if it says something that is of the Most High, you'll be able to tell that too, because you will be able to find it in the Old Testament. And there are things in the book of Enoch that you can find in the Old Testament. That's how I know those parts are true. We got to start knowing how to go deeper, family, while you still got a chance. And I know deep diving is not for every single Israelite. And if you're one of them, no problem. Stick to keeping the Most High God's commandments and worship the Father and him alone. And you going to be all right. We all going to be all right. Because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Worshiping the Most High only. And then we going to make it through everything. I don't care what it is. King David says, fact, the Most High just got everything on timing. That's why they practice time looking, witchcraft to do their rituals and try to get a head start, but playing right into the Most High hands with that Kabbalah they use. Facts. Facts. Facts, King David. And you know what, family? I really believe that this 2024 is going to be an interesting year. It's already starting off interesting. New Year's Day, they claim that it's Nephilim, shadow figures, aliens at Miami Mall. 300 police cars were called to the scene. Multiple gunshots bullets were being fired. And then police say they were only there because teenagers were fighting with sticks. I know y'all don't believe that. Now look, I'm not saying that these people did see aliens or did see Nephilim or giants or whatever. I'm not saying that they did. But I'm also not saying that they didn't, because I know what time it is. And yes, the Most High, some people, he wants to terrify them. The Most High is the king of terrors, family. Can't nobody terrorize you like the Most High, the Lord of hosts. You better act like you know. But family, I just wanted y'all to think and remember. Remember who you are. Remember that you come from a long line of giant killers. There were many, many, many giants in the land. There were many giants in Israel. There were many giants in America. I know it's hard for a lot of people to believe. But we in the last days now, anything is possible. And look, and especially with these heathens, these heathen pagan Gentiles, I know that you guys are familiar with CERN, the CERN machine. These devils have been out here basically trying to do high-level witchcraft mixed with technology, trying to open up portals into other dimensions and other realms. I'm telling you, it's witchcraft on steroids. Okay? And when you got all of the wickedness, all of the crime, all of the sin, all of the people working at CERN trying to open up portals to summon demons, and I'm telling you, you should not be surprised about anything. You shouldn't be surprised about anything. You should be able to be able to walk out your house one day and see a 40-foot, 50-foot giant walking up the street, and while everybody else is pulling their hair out and panicking. I'm not telling you to just stand there like a fool, but you should be thanking the Most High, praising the Most High, and praying to Him for provision and protection and continuing to keep His commandments while the other people are terrorized by the giants or whatever has come through some of these portals. You guys did know that they opened up some portals, right? More than one. Y'all did know that, family. I hope y'all know that. CERN is built on top of an old pagan temple. Not surprised at all. Not surprised at all. Witchcraft on steroids, family. King David says, even the Most High said, we in the time where we more wicked than our fathers, and people going to get the worse than what our fathers witnessed. And they say that's fake. So just imagine what's waiting on us. Exactly. Exactly, King David. You hit it on the head, brother. And you know what? I told you guys, like 2017, 2018, I suddenly became aware that something major had happened in the spiritual realm, but I don't know what it was. I'm just taking a wild guess at the dark, right? Maybe it was CERN. Maybe it was CERN that successfully opened up another portal or something. I don't know. But I'm telling you, family, and I would not lie to y'all. I'm not going to make up lies to y'all. I suddenly became aware of that in my spirit. And I didn't know what it was. I didn't get the download as to exactly what took place. I just got the download that, hey, something major just went down in the spiritual realm. And I literally felt it, y'all. I kid you not. I am not making this up, family. See, the Israelites, we special out here, y'all. We are not like other people. And you're going to find out, you're going to be shocked once you realize that there are beings on this earth that are not fully human. You're going to be shocked. Totally shocked. You got beasts of the field out there. They're not human. Some of them look human. You got sons of Anak. You think the sons of Anak still ain't out here? I'm telling y'all. You think that the Nephilim still not out here. You think that giants are still not out here. You think that CERN is not opening up portals out there. I'm not telling you just to be afraid, because I'm not afraid, and you shouldn't be afraid either, because you serve the Most High and Him only. But you still should be aware of what's going on around you, Hebrew. This is about being aware, not being afraid. Because remember, you come from a long line of giant killers. Yeah, you do. And on that, Hebrew, I'm going to say Tav, X, purity, and becoming one. Any one of you just came in here, when this video uploads, go back, watch it from the beginning, and remember to like, share, and comment on this video. Tav, X, Hebrews. King David says, facts on that so-called human be real life shapeshifter demon serpents. Facts, King David. But you know, a lot of our people, they're not ready to receive that yet, King David. A lot of our people can't handle that yet. It's too much for them. And I get it. Because I remember at one time it would have been too much for me. But we at the end now, family. End times. You got to be tough. And the Most High is raising up His warriors. The whole house of Israel. And that's why the Most High, you know what? When the Most High really turns us all the way up and He comes back, And for the ones of us who have passed away, when he resurrects us and brings us back and we turned up supercharged, no wonder why we got to be supercharged. We're going to have to deal with these nations, going to have to deal with all these armies and nations, and then we are going to have to get rid of the remaining giants, family. They still out here. We're going to get rid of them, though. We're going to finish them when the Most High turns us all like King David. King David was a giant killer. On that Hebrew, Tav X, purity and becoming one.